In this video, you will continue to learn about solving systems of equations by substitution. First, let's review the steps to solve. Choose one equation and solve for one of the variables. Try the variable with the smallest coefficient first. Then substitute into the other equation. This results in one equation with one variable. Solve the equation. Substitute your value into either of the original equations and find the other value. Write your answer as an ordered pair, and lastly, you can check your answer by substituting the point into both the equations, and it should satisfy both of them. In this example, our two equations are 4x minus 6y equals 16 and 5x minus y equals negative 6. Now it tells us to identify the variable with the smallest coefficient first and solve for that variable. So in this case, the variable with the smallest coefficient is the negative y. So in order to solve to get that variable by itself, I would first have to subtract 5x from both sides. And again, those aren't like terms, so it'll become negative y equals negative 6 minus 5x. Now in order to make this a positive y, I'd have to divide everything on both sides by negative 1. So it'll become y equals 6 plus 5x. Now I can take this entire expression and plug it in for y in the other equation. So it'll become 4x minus 6 times 6 plus 5x is equal to 16. To solve, you'd first have to distribute. So it'll become 4x minus 36 minus 30x equals 16. Combine like terms to get negative 26x minus 36 equals 16. Add 36 to both sides to get negative 26x equals 52. And divide both sides by negative 26 to get x equals negative 2. Now you can take this value of x and plug into the original equation. So it'll become y equals 6 plus 5 times negative 2. So y equals negative 4. So the solution to the system is negative 2, negative 4. Pause the video and try the next example on your own. In this example, our two equations are 4x minus 7y equals 16 and negative 2x plus 6y equals negative 18. Now again, the first thing we need to do is identify the variable with the smallest coefficient and solve for that variable. So in this case, the variable with the smallest coefficient is the negative 2x. So in order to solve to get it by itself, I would have to first move the 6y over. So I subtract 6y from both sides to get negative 2x equals negative 18 minus 6y. Then to finish getting x by itself, you would divide both sides by negative 2 to get x equals 9 plus 3y. Now you're going to take this entire expression of 9 plus 3y and plug it in for x in the other equation. So it'll become 4 times 9 plus 3y minus 7y equals 16. In order to solve, you first need to distribute, so you get 36 plus 12y minus 7y equals 16. Combine like terms to get 36 plus 5y equals 16. Subtract 36 from both sides to get 5y equals negative 20. Divide both sides by 5 to get y equals negative 4. Now you can substitute this value of negative 4 into the original equation. So you'll get x equals 9 plus 3 times negative 4 to become x equals negative 3. So the solution to the system is negative 3, negative 4. Pause the video and try the next example on your own. In this system, our two equations are 3x plus 9y equals 0 and negative 4x minus 5y equals 0. In this case, the system with the smallest coefficient is the 3x. So that means that we need to solve to get that 3x by itself. In order to do so, you have to move this 9y over by subtracting 9y from both sides to get 3x equals negative 9y. And to finish getting x by itself, divide both sides by 3 to get x equals negative 3y. We don't have to continue to write the 0 because it cancels out. Now I can take this entire expression and substitute it for x in the other equation. So it becomes negative 4 times negative 3y minus 5y equals 0. If I simplify, it becomes 12y minus 5y is 0. So that'll give us 7y equals 0. When we divide both sides by 7, get y equals 0. Now you can take this value of y and plug into the other equation. So you get x equals negative 3 times 0. So it gives you x equals 0. So the solution to the system is 0.